The perception that it's not just her, that it's also Rahul and it's also you. You may not have formal positions to that extent,
No,
but you're also taking decisions, running the show.
I mean, come on. I'm living in UP. I'm 24/7 eating, sleeping and breathing UP. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not running any other show. I'm running Uttar Pradesh, the show of the Congress party in Uttar Pradesh.
You were involved to some extent in Punjab, like you said.
It was, I would say, almost like a backlog, because in 2017, at that time, when Sidhuji had joined the party, I was there during that conversation, and thereafter I was sort of asked by the party to remain in touch with him, and that's how that came about. But that is not to say that I am making decisions anywhere else. I'm not.
But Rahul appears to be.
Look, Rahul is the ex-president of the Congress party.
Yes, but ex-president.
Yeah.
Currently not holding any formal designation,
Yes.
but still seen to be very central to making decisions.
And he's very clearly said, very clearly, when he resigned, he stated whatever he felt, and he expressed it very publicly. He took responsibility.
Sure.
And if people in the party want to consult him for certain things, there's no reason why he shouldn't be open for that consultation. I mean, if he were to close his doors and say, sorry, I'm not available for your consultation and I have no opinion, that would also not be fair.
So you're saying that when we see him at the center of important decisions, that's people, he doesn't want to, the people are reaching out to him?
I'm saying he is the ex-president of the Congress party.
Okay.
And in that capacity, there are many people who might want to reach out to him to talk to him about issues. The party itself would, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. After all, I am the General Secretary of Uttar Pradesh, right?
Yes.
There have been General Secretaries before me. Every now and then I ring them up and ask for their opinion. I consult them on things. There have been PCC presidents before the one there. They are asked to come and sit and discuss, and we ask for their opinion, even on small things like tickets. So it's a party that functions in that manner. I don't see any anomaly in it.
Is there a problem where you are increasingly finding that even as you try to talk about, now as you said, there'll be elections, there could be new leadership, that the default pressure or presence is always for a Gandhi, that the party can't, I mean, they may say on one hand, oh, it's time for change, but then that factor still remains. Or do you think that's changing? No, do you believe that that's one of the reasons why that even though all of you keep saying that you want to step back, you still find yourself constantly in the middle of decision making?
Perhaps that's one of the reasons. I don't see a lack of leadership in the party. We have such capable leaders. They are not from the Gandhi family. All over the country, in every state, we have capable leaders who are at the forefront, who are fighting.
No, I'm saying at the very top.
Even at the top, there are so many leaders. I don't think that anybody, for example, I said there'll be a free and fair election. I'm sure other people will stand, and they should.
A non-Gandhi could be
absolutely
elected and be a president?
Why not?
There's no, you don't think there's no impediment to that?
Absolutely not. If they stand for election and they get elected, what is the problem?
So it would be that kind of election, or will it be one of those things where it's predetermined that it's...
The Congress president has repeatedly said that it will be that kind of election.
But realistically, do you think that will happen? Do you think if Rahul stands, for example, somebody is actually going to stand against him?
Why not? People have stood against my mother.
Okay.
They have in the past, why not?
So that possibility is
that open. Possibility is very much there. But please don't discount that there is another reality to this than the reality that is sort of the one that we see here in the urban centers. And the reality on the ground of many workers of the Congress party is also that there are certain leaders they believe in.
Right.
And there are certain leaders that they trust.
And you mean you're talking about
I mean that when we have this discussion, we cannot discount that.
That there is still, you're saying, a considerable amount of traction that the Gandhis have amongst the ordinary worker. Is that in simple terms?
Well, I would put it a slightly different way. I would say that a lot of the workers that I speak to, and I'm talking about block level workers, district level workers, I'm not talking about the big and fancies. I'm talking about the ordinary Congress worker.
Yes.
A lot of them do have this feeling that they say that, look, we trust you. We have faith that you will do what's right for our party. We can't necessarily say that for other people.
Okay.
And perhaps that is also a shortcoming on our part. Perhaps they need to develop that trust in other people as well. I mean, and I don't think on our part, if you ask my mother or my brother or me, we have any, sort of idea that we are, or any entitlement to being leaders of the Congress party. I don't think so. I mean, I certainly don't. I know my brother doesn't. I know my mother doesn't.
So if it
I mean,
comes
we'd be only too happy if somebody else rose from the ranks and everybody had faith in them and wanted them to lead.